All right, 12:44 now. If you haven't filed your tax returns in a while, there are a few ways that you can go about becoming compliant. Good information here with CPA Kimberly Washington to get us caught up on all things tax related.
Right.
Okay, so what's the first tip that you have for people who need to get compliant?
So the first thing you want to do is contact the IRS, because there may be a thing that you may not really need to file if you fall underneath a certain threshold. So if you didn't make a lot of money, so you want to contact and just really see if a need, and also determine which years that may be missing too as well. And keep in mind, you can do it two ways. You can reach the IRS by phone also, or you can go online and also request your transcripts there. So there are two different ways that you can contact the IRS.
Okay, because I know a lot of people try to go back and contact those old employers like, oh, you got my tax. So you don't have to do all of that.
You don't have to do that.
Okay, so if you own a small business who is missing some records, how can you go about recreating that?
Right, so many small business owners, they may not have the records. So what they can do is recreate their records. They can do this a couple of different ways. First thing, look in your bank accounts and identify each income, the deposit, and also the expenses, and try to get an idea of what money that you spent throughout the year and the money that was made. Also reach out to certain clients and look at different documents that you may have, and that may bring about some income and expenses that you may have not probably forgot about, or whatever the case may be. But you can recreate your documents, and that's one thing that you want to do. If you're not a small business owner, you want to contact the IRS too as well, and make certain that you get your wages, your miscellaneous income, mortgage interest expenses. You can do that with the IRS by requesting a wage and income transcript. Now just give you an idea of what you made throughout the year.
And they even have your mortgage interest and all that information.
All of your deductions, yes.
Good to know. Also, you know, there are a lot of people who are not compliant with their taxes. Is there an important deadline coming up?
October 15th, so that's a big deadline. So if you filed a tax extension before April 15th, you have until October 15th, so it's really coming up. And so you want to do something about that. And so try to get the return in as soon as possible. And keep in mind that if you are due a refund, so many people are afraid about penalties, you may not be penalized because of the refunds that may be given to you. You may not be able to get it depending on the statute of limitations, but at least you may not have to endure those hard penalties. So you want to keep those things in mind and just take those necessary steps.
Okay, before we let you go, what's our Kim Sense for today?
So the Kim Sense, so if you're looking to get your taxes done, remember it's October 15th of next week. So I have a great tax organizer on my website, and you can utilize that organizer so to make certain you take advantage of the deductions and also the credits too as well.
All right, CPA Kimberly Washington,
so
always here with the good advice.